Hi guys, it's Justine, but you can call me Blondie. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing a bunch of different New Year's Eve drinks that are for children, as well as a few different foods. I'm going to be sharing 2 New Year's Eve appetizers and 1 entree that my family makes almost every year. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I'm just going to start off with something super simple. One thing that I like to do is just take sparkling cider and put some frozen cranberries and frozen grapes in the cider. I think it makes the drink just a little bit more festive with some frozen cranberries and frozen grapes. The cranberries float, which makes the drink look super cute, and it also helps to keep your drink cool when they're frozen. This is a great option for wine if you want to keep wine cool as well, and it just makes the drink look super cute. Another thing I like to do is take some melted frosting and put it on the rim of a glass. This is a martini glass, and then I'm going to dip the rim into some colorful sprinkles as well. This is another really great option for kids. My kids in particular love when I do this to their drinks. They feel like it's super fancy. And then I'm going to put milk inside of the glass. You could put anything. You could put chocolate milk, hot cocoa, milkshake. There's a ton of options. And then I also just put a little Festive Oreo on the side of the glass as well for them to dip into the milk. Next, I'm going to make some virgin margaritas. I'm going to use limeade, orange juice, and ice, and that is really all that's to it. I'm going to put ice in a blender and do half orange juice, half limeade. And then I just added a little more ice, and then all you do is blend it together. And then next I'm going to decorate the rim of the glass. I'm just going to dip it in some water and then dip it into some sugar. Again, these are kids' drinks, so you don't want to dip it in salt. And then I'm going to pour the drink into the glasses. Again, I don't have margarita glasses, so I used a wine glass and a martini glass. And then I just put a lime on the rim of the glass. I think that these are delicious. They taste like lime and orange slushies, and again, my kids love them too. They're just fun and festive. Next, I'm going to make some shrimp cocktails. These are super easy. I just buy this shrimp in a big pack frozen. It comes with the cocktail sauce, and I'm just going to put it at the bottom of a martini glass. My sister actually got me these martini glasses off of Amazon. They have like a zigzag stem to them, and they're super cute. And then I'm just going to put the shrimp on the edge of the glass, and these are really fun, especially for parties. These are great to give to guests as a little appetizer. Next, I'm going to make some jalapeno poppers. These are a family favorite. First thing I'm going to do is take some cream cheese and some cheddar cheese and blend them together in my KitchenAid mixer. You could do this by hand, but I'm using the mixer. Also, it's easier to do when your cream cheese is room temperature. Mine was not. And then I had used this entire bag of sharp cheddar cheese. It was about 2 cups worth of cheese in the entire bag, and I just mixed them together until the mixture looks like this. I know it doesn't look very appetizing right now, but when you cook it in the jalapeno poppers, the cheddar cheese and cream cheese melt together, and it tastes so delicious. Then I'm not going to bore you with me cutting these up for very long, but then I'm just going to cut up a bunch of jalapenos. I'm cutting off the stems, cutting them in half, and then taking out the seeds and the insides. And I'm just doing that until I have all of the jalapenos cut up like so. And also, I have the trash next to me at the counter. I'm not de-seeding all of the jalapeno guts and throwing them on the floor. And then I'm going to take the cream cheese mixture and just stuff it into the jalapenos. I put a lot in the jalapenos since we had a lot of the mixture. But you'll see at the end of this part that I actually put way too much because there was so much cheese in them that cheese was like oozing out when they were done cooking. But it was still delicious. And so I just kept stuffing the jalapenos full of cheese. And then I'm taking bacon and I am wrapping 1 piece of bacon around the entire jalapeno. You can use a toothpick if you want to make sure the bacon stays on, but every time I've ever made them and I use a full piece of bacon, I usually don't need a toothpick to keep it on. Every once in a while I'll make it with a half a piece of bacon, and that is also a healthier option, but when I do it like that I do use a toothpick to stick it on. And then I'm putting them in the oven at about 350 degrees, and I keep them in for probably about 40 minutes. I don't have an exact amount of time, but I just check on them every so often, and when the bacon is cooked all the way through and the cheese is melted, that's how I know it's done. They look like this, and as you can see there is cheese spilling out, and I just took a bunch of paper towels, put them on top of a plate, and put the jalapeno poppers on there while they cool off, so that way the paper towel will soak up all the grease from the bacon. And they look like this when they are done, and they are so fatty and so not healthy, but they are delicious. Next, I'm going to make pozole, which is a family recipe, and I don't have exact measurements for this recipe because my family just kind of knows how much to put in it, but I will tell you as much as I will tell you the amounts to my best ability. First thing you're going to do is take a pork roast and cut it up into tiny little squares like so. My dad actually was cooking the pozole this day, and I was helping him cook. And then you're going to put it in a big pot once it is all cut up. And also put in some water, about 1/4 a cup of red chili powder, a bunch of garlic salt, I would say about 2 tablespoons of garlic salt to start off, as well as some Mexican oregano, and probably about 1 tablespoon of Mexican oregano to start off. And then you just start cooking it and throw in a bunch of chopped onions. I think this is about 1 large onion chopped. And then a big scoop of beef broth. I don't exactly know how much that is. And then you just stir it all together. I was having a hard time stirring because the pork was all sticking together at this point. But you just stir it all together. And then we take this big thing of Mexican style hominy. This is already cooked, and so we do need to rinse it off because it has starches on it from being pre-cooked. And then just dump it in with the rest of the pozole. And stir it together. And then we just add more water. Again, this isn't something that's measured. Pretty much just add as much water as you want. And then we just continue to add red chili, garlic salt, and oregano until we get the flavor that we want. And so again, I don't have exact measurements for this. You just kind of add it and keep tasting it until it's the flavor that you prefer. And then just let it simmer for a couple hours until it looks like this. Just keep checking on it. Keep checking on it, keep stirring it, and then you add the toppings. I like to add cheese. Sometimes I'll add fresh diced tomatoes, diced onions, lettuce. I can only handle so much spice, so I like to add sour cream, and then I'll usually eat it with a tortilla, and that is it. Those are my 3 kid-friendly New Year's Eve drink ideas, along with 2 New Year's Eve appetizer and a New Year's Eve entree. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like these cook with me videos. I find it kind of hard to film while you're cooking because, you know, your brain is in cook mode and it's hard to pay attention to the camera and make sure the camera is picking up everything that you're doing. But if you guys like these videos, I will definitely try to do them more often. Let me know what kind of foods you guys like to eat on New Year's Eve in the comments below. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.